Hello and welcome. In this new video, I want to show you how to add table to your slide as well as editing this table. Okay, so there are two ways by which you can add tables to your slide. You need to go to the Insert tab menu, then you come to the tables. You click on the tables, the Insert Table dialog box will pop up. So now you can see that you can add table by this method, the auto quick insert table. Right now we want to insert a 4 by 2, that is a 4 column by 2 rows table. Okay, but we want to use the second method of inserting the table, which is going to be manual. So we come down to the insert table option here. You click on it. So now we're going to have, we said, 4 columns, then 2 rows. Then you click OK. Good. Now that we've inserted the table, you can resize the table by taking the cursor to any of the nodes you can see. I think it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can click and drag any of these to resize the table. You can see that. Good. Then next we want to add a row. This is a row. We want to add another row to this, so it's going to make 3 rows. Okay, so how do we go about that? Easy. So we can add another row by splitting this row. Okay, so we take the cursor to the edge of the row, which you can see it has changed to an arrow that is pointing towards that row. So you click to select. Alright, so this row has been selected. Then you can just right click on any part of the row. Okay, then you come to split cells. Alright, so right now we just still want to maintain one column. Okay, it's going to be one column. The number of columns is just going to be 1. Okay, why the number of rows, that's what we want to increase. Okay, so we increase that to 2. So good, you can see that. Fine. Then what about the sizes? You can adjust the sizes by taking the cursor to the edge of the borderline. You can see the line at the bottom. Then you can extend it to something like that. Then again you go to the next line. Then you can adjust that. So you can see that you almost have equal proportion. Yes. Good. What about adding columns? The same thing, you can add column by going to any of the particular column that you want to add. Let's say we just want to add one extra column. Since we've selected, by taking the cursor and making sure the cursor has changed to an arrow that is pointing towards the particular column, it selects all the column. So now you can right click, and once you right click, you come to split cells. And remember, this time around is the column that we want to increase and all the rows, so we maintain this. Then you click OK. Alright, good. You can see that the same, you can adjust the size by taking the cursor to the edge, then you click and drag. Then you can adjust this as well. Okay, so that's that about adding rows and column. What about changing the color of the cell? You can just click any particular cell that you want to change the color, and as you can see, we already have format shape on the right hand side, that where we can format the shape, and the fill is already selected as fill. Then we can change the color right here by clicking on it and selecting any particular color. You see the cell has changed automatically. What about if you want to change the color of a row? Let's change the bottom row, that's the third row. By just taking the cursor to the row, then you click, it will select the entire row. Then you come to the color. You can now select your preferable color. You see that? Good. The same thing applies to the column. You select the column, then you come choose the particular color that you want. Good. So now what about merging rows and columns together? If you want to merge row and column together, you have to do it individually, because if you select the 2 rows, let's say we want to merge the second and the third row together, and you happen to say you want to select the two rows together, then you now say you right click inside and say merge cell. Look at what is going to happen. You see, that is not what we want to do. So this is what we want to do. You now have to individually have to merge the cell, that is the cell at the top and the cell at the bottom, the cell in the second and the third row together. Okay, so you do that individually. You right click and click merge cell. You see that? You select the two rows, then you merge them together. Okay, that is how to go about this. Let me quickly just do that. Alright, and then you can now adjust the size. Alright, so you can see that. Good. This is basically what you need to know about adding table to your slide. In another video sometime, we shall also take a look at the table. Good. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.